Hey guys. So the energy is kind of crazy. Um, I've had a lot of like interference energy, just like by interference energy, I mean you'll be doing something, working, reading, eating, doing whatever. And all of a sudden you'll feel like kind of like a feeling. Let's just say a feeling. Don't really, because it depends. It changes from one time to the next. But I'll tell you, probably the biggest one is fear. And you'll feel this fear, like, and you're not really sure why. Like, you look around and it's like, there's nothing really to fear around here. You ponder it, you think about it, and it's like you can't quite grasp why you're feeling this fear until you realize that there has been some kind of an energy shift, and that energy shift is creating the fear. It's I don't know if you would call it a block or uh, possibly just a shift, a change. Maybe there's an energy that came in that isn't your normal energy. So be aware that that happens quite a bit. It depends on the day for me. Like days like today, it will happen every 15, 20 minutes. Literally. I don't know if it's that often, but it feels that often. But you can have that. You can have these energy shifts throughout your day that have nothing to do with you. They're energies that are affecting you. And that is especially true if you are intuitive or psychic or anything like that. You will pick up on energies if you're meditating every day, if you're, you know, eliminating toxins from your life, you will pick up on those energies much easier than other people will. Anyway, so I did this read, and I haven't done it for a couple of days because I've been really busy, but um, and I can't say I was like really expecting anything because I wasn't, but this read is it's not masculine energy, it's not feminine energy. I think it's kind of an all-encompassing energy. So it would be both, or all of the above. If you want to mark all of the above, you can do that. Um, this reading is a collective reading, so it is many people. It's reading energies. It's not reading an individual person. So that might make a difference. Parts of it may resonate for you, and parts of it may not resonate for you, and all of it may resonate for you. It just kind of depends. But if it resonates for you, I'm really glad. I hope it helps. I hope it brings clarity to your life and a sense of peace because that's what we're here for. We don't want any fear. None of that fear energy stuff. Right? Um, so, anyway, this read is nothing that's going to be on like TV because it's fairly mundane. It's fairly quiet and calm and peaceful, which is kind of unusual. And currently, like, it shows a bit of turmoil in the past. Well, it's kind of mixed, really. Um, it shows a little bit of struggles in the past. Maybe that's it. Not necessarily turmoil. And in the current energy, it is showing that things seem fairly calm and fairly positive. The future outlook looks a little bit negative, I guess I would say. Um, Not terribly so, but like, the devil in reverse comes up, and the sun in reverse and the star in reverse, and so yeah, I guess you could call it really negative. It shows that there have been obstacles and barriers in the past, that there's been, struggles, but we've been holding our own. There is judgment, was the actual situation. It's kind of, I am going to go with the judgment card being a sign that we are needing to give it over to God. Whatever it is, I don't really know. And we really, the challenge to this is that we don't have any options. There's really nothing that we can do. And it shows that we may even want to um, not take a leadership role, not have knowledge about something, not, it's kind of like, this is actually our intention, what we're focusing on, and it came up the Emperor reversed. So I don't think it is talking about somebody who is bad in any way, shape, or form. None of this reading is really bad. It's not. It's not a, he said, she said. It's like none of it's pretty even keeled. So I'm not going to say that the Emperor in reversed is a bad thing. It's not. It's kind of like, in the past we've had, leadership. We've taken the reins. We've, done what we needed to do. We pulled our weight, and right now we're just not there. It's almost like our intention is to almost turn away and not look. Almost like we don't want to look. We don't want to see what is about to happen. I don't know what's about to happen, but I do know that, let's see, panic, waiting, slow pace, slowing down, delays, impatience, impulse, obstacles, missed chances, and a rest period. That is what's kind of what our intentions are. Uh, so it's giving an energy of, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to see this. I don't want to know what the outcome is going to be. Can I just climb in a hole and not pay any attention to it? And then I don't know. I'm really not sure. Again, same thing. Like every single position is low, high, low. Almost like right now we are on an almost a high. And I'm wondering if that has to do with the moon in Aries. Because I think Friday, maybe. Let's see. 2 days. So we are in the shadow of the full moon in Aries. That is going to happen on Friday, I believe. Friday or Saturday. I think it's Friday. Because I was thinking today was Wednesday, Thursday. So Friday. Friday is the full moon in Aries. So, and that could be kind of volatile. So, anyway, depending on where it falls in your chart, depending on where it falls in the, wherever you are's chart, So it looks like maybe that full moon energy is not going to be really great because we've got weakness in the future. And it actually shows strength in the past. It shows uh, like self inflicted wounds, like maybe we worked too hard, or we spent too much money, or we ate too much, or it's an overindulgence in something. It's uh, and it not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a general overindulgence, self-inflicted wounds. It's something that you've done that you wish you hadn't done. And yet in the future, in the future of the future, it's deception, strategy, getting away with it, lie, deceit, cheating, theft of ideas, manipulation, trickery, and pessimism. So, um, the future is not looking bright, and it that Aries, man, I get a lot of 12th house too. I was kind of thinking that it was 12th house because Aries is my 12th house. Then I pulled 12th house as the theme of the reading. So, and the 12th house is all about the subconscious. And there are a lot of references to the subconscious in here. So I kind of have a feeling that this might actually be a little bit more of a spiritual read than a physical read. And it is actually talking about this is actually making more sense. It's making a little more sense now. So the Queen of Cups came up in a position where it was talking about our intuition and being quiet, um, listening for clues, really like working with your intuition, trying to hear, trying to get a feel for what direction things are going to go in. And I think a lot of this is pushing us like this time, full moon in Aries, subconscious. I get 12th house and subconscious a lot. And it has way more to do with that than my 12th house being Aries. Um, it does show that we are kind of in a waiting mode. And we are kind of looking at our long term focus. The future is not looking real pretty on that one either. Um, I don't know. Actually, it looks like we're looking for maybe some sanity in all the insanity. But I don't see it coming. That's the problem. I don't see the insanity stopping anytime soon. Um, the overall environment is that we are seriously lacking. There's been no teamwork, no planning, no cooperation, no no coming together. There's like no mutual. I mean, everything's just chaos. It's just chaos. Like it's almost like nobody can make a decision. Nobody can uh, make, you know, like, and I think this is global, country, people, personal, in general. I really think that this reading is kind of encompassing everything. That nobody is doing anything. Or what they are doing is not enough or ineffective. And it's actually saying that that will kind of remain for a period of time. I don't know how long, but it shows that we we don't we're not in a place of change. We're not in a place where um, changes is happening. And it doesn't look like we're going to be in a place where change is happening in the near future. Now, I don't know if this is just a full moon thing, but what this reading is telling me is that everybody needs to just surrender. Just surrender to what is, because there is no change. There is no change. Change is not coming. Uh, we have to surrender. I don't know if it's that it's kind of a, I think that when I talk about powers, I always talk about the divine, God, that to me is power. Um, that is who I look to for power. And it appears like that's exactly what's going on. Like everybody needs to just sit down, be quiet, go within, do some meditation. Don't worry, no fear, no, just surrender. Surrender to the divine. Surrender to God. Surrender everything to the powers. Just surrender. And I'm thinking that maybe it's a pre full moon thing, but who knows? Tomorrow we'll look at it and have a better idea. So I don't know if I'm going to read this whole thing because it really kind of gets long when I do that, but it just kind of depends when I start reading it. Um, just if it feels right, I go through it. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. William Shakespeare, A Midsummer's Night Dream. It's time to get on point. It's not a time to overlook, to ignore or overlook what's there. Things may get fragmented. The 12th house of the zodiac is most mesmerizing of all the houses. Mysticism, dreaming, death, drowning, vast seas, surrendering, and are all themes that belong to the house of self-undoing. It is also a place in the chart. Oh yeah, and the 12th is also about hidden enemies. So it is also a place in the chart where we lapse in our judgment and make bad choices. Like the sign of Pisces that rules it, the 12th house falls at the end of the zodiac, which indicates a type of passage or rebirth. This house contains the meanings of all signs and planets and all of the houses within it. the 12th house stands for the all, which is kind of the theme of this whole reading. I mean, it's like all, like everything. This is all in one thing, and there is no gender or age, or I mean, it's just kind of all over the place. And there's not a lot of cups. Um, it's a lot of major arcana, actually. Anyway, even though astrologers refer to the 12th house as the gutter or the garbage dump of the zodiac, it is still distinct in its meaning. Evolved souls and doomed live here. Within the 12th house are the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows. Ruled by Neptune, the planet of confusion and drunkenness, prisoners, shut-ins, saints, artists, and mystics call this home. Imagination, linking up and connecting to the unknown and all facets of the 12th house. It is where the material and non-physical worlds connect. It is both the beginning and the end. The 12th house offers bliss, spiritual fulfillment, the meeting up with the twin flames. It promises its promise of losing yourself in some beautiful other but it might be like trying to hold on to a cloud. This house of poetry and oceans is enchantment. It is where we lie to ourselves as well. This house also represents waters, toxins, poisons, perfumes, candles, hidden chambers, secreted desires, Christ consciousness, and martyrdom. The 12th house tells us to forget about ourselves and live for others. But this may bring confusion and also peril. It is fear and paranoia. It is beauty and love. It teaches us to write poetry and understand the messages from the heavenly spheres. The 12th house inspires us to show great kindness. When the 12th house card shows up in a reading, something is amiss. There is something about a situation that you are unsure about or at least not privy to. All is not as it seems. Without information, it is difficult to move forward. The signals you're getting are probably the wrong ones. The medical tests you've just had, the diagnosis is not likely accurate. What seems obvious right now is only a mirage or obscured. The Venus or Libra card with the 12th house card may indicate the emergence of an important love affair or relationship. With the Saturn card, you will be shown something you were mistaken over, and the results may be shattering. With the Moon card, your visions are profound. With Mercury, or the 3rd house card combined with this card, you either write beautifully or you have deep psychic gifts. The warning with this card is to not look to others for fulfillment or to others to give you your purpose. At least not at the current phase. It's either the incorrect time to attempt this or you are looking to the wrong crowd. While the 10th house gives us the truth, the 12th house gives us magic. Each is important, and you cannot be all that is without the other. Take heed and search for clarity. Watch out for deception at this time. Dissolving boundaries, lack of definition, being under the influence of something or someone, being a victim. Seeing friends and enemies as friends, not having a clear sense of things, being lost in the fog and mist. Glamour, falling under a spell, sleight of hand, being led, mermaids, ocean life, beach leaks, cancellations due to wet weather, hospitals, the end of life, shut-ins, psychiatric issues, being charged but not guilty, prisons, criminals, con artists, being bad, bringing bad luck on yourself, karma, fate, poetry, music, showing kindness, compassion, being converted to a religion, hopefully not a cult. The call to spirit, saintliness, hypnosis, mediumship, clairaudience, spirits, intoxication, old souls, the valley of miseries, the answer to love. The corresponding card is the Four of Cups. Key ideas are solitude, or charity, begging, hospitalization, secret enemies, exploitation, and visions. So, yeah, lay low, lay low, lay low, lay low. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. I literally, for me, I have so many projects that I have in the works. I just so you know, I just put up or I'm getting ready to put up a ton of new jewelry um, on the webpage. Links are below. Um, but I have like all these projects that literally I would say I probably have 10 different projects going at the same time. And I'm so busy with all these projects. And I have a desire right now to just shut out the world and focus on projects. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. And I think um, I should probably be spending more time in spiritual pursuits, but I'm kind of trying to balance them both. But that's kind of what is coming up in this reading. Only it's bigger than that. It's bigger than my little wanting to focus on problems. It's almost like the calm before the storm. That's exactly what it is. This is the calm before the storm. And it is saying that we need to take this time to prepare. Relax. Don't push forward. Don't make things happen. Go slow. Watch for signs. Watch for signals. And be prepared for anything because something's not right. There's definitely something's not right. And I've been feeling something's not right for several days. Love and blessings.